What is going on, everybody? Vagabond 61, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're still over here. There hasn't been enough time that's happened in the story to know the fate of his leg and that whole, situation. So I don't really know if it's still too early to determine, like, if this is something he can, like, physically overcome that probably somebody else with his... If you didn't have his mental, you wouldn't be able to, like, really recover through this. Or if it's just truly it. I have no idea. We got the whole storyline of him and Otsu that's, like, building, and Taquan's trying to, like, again, which is, like, the third or fourth time I feel like Taquan has tried to, like, put him on a different path. And they're having these, like, enlightened conversations. So we'll see how it plays out. We'll see what we got. And then I'm not sure if Kajuro did end up killing that guy. Was it Otega? Something like that, his name. I forget. It starts with an O. That would be tragic. Oh, and then we left off with Matahachi. Again, this is like, the fourth or fifth time we've seen this. Him trying to redeem himself, follow a new path, think a little bit differently, do something different other than, like, lie and cheat. And he goes to seek out his mother. And I was like, oh, he's going to walk up there and she's going to be getting tended to because maybe she's dying and on her deathbed. But no, she was there. And then he walks up on her coughing up blood, essentially. So I don't know if she's going to die right there in front of him. I've been a big proponent of, like, Matahachi's going to get what's coming to him, whatever form that might be. And maybe it's going to start with his mother dying in front of him in his arms. And then I'm curious what his fate is going to be, as far as, like, is it going to be tragic and alone? Or does he get a redeemable moment? Maybe some would say him saving Takezo multiple times is a redeemable moment, but is it? We'll see. Let's see what we got. Let me go over here. Press play on that. Volume up. Bop, bop, bop. Over here. We're recording. All right, 261, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is the moon out? Oh, that's us speaking to him. The moon. If only I could see the moon. These pastels are going crazy. I have a roof above me, and I even have a bed. I know I have it good. It's just that during the nights of my solitary journey, it was the light of the moon that provided me with solace. I realize this is no substitute for the moon, but this is all I can offer. Thank you. I mean, he's got it good in there, to be honest. I'm waiting for one of these guards to be corrupt or something and want to take his ass out, but I guess that guy that leads it, that had the relationship with the, what do you even call it? The guy that, like, tends to the swords. Swordsmith, maybe? Maybe his word does hold that weight, and you're not going to get a corrupt guard or somebody that works underneath him that's like, oh, this is the mighty Takezo, maybe I can take him out. Or like one of those Yoshiaka school members you killed was like my relative or brother. So it's not bad at the moment. The moon is so mysterious, it calms and soothes, even in the coldness of the night. But you'll still catch a cold if you don't go back inside. Come, Otsu. Would it be possible for me to have a different room? There's something creepy about... Hey, don't call me creepy. Oh, she still got the Ueda shit. What is going on with that? See, he's back. Looks like you're the only one who can see me, Otsu. How do you know my name? Somehow, I know lots of things now. And I can do things like this. Why am I the only one that can see you? I don't know. Perhaps it's because you're the woman Musashi holds dear. And see, we always talk about, like, oh, this is a grounded story. I mean, a man just killed 70 people, so is it that grounded? But, like, there's no powers, there's no demons, there's no aliens, there's no regeneration, there's no power system, there's no nothing. It's just humans fighting humans, But this is, like, the second time we've seen an example of this, like, someone's able to see or act, like, out of their body. The first one with Inchun, and now whatever this is. She doesn't even know him. So it's wild that they're connected, but he says, it's because you're the woman that Musashi holds dear. We'll see. I am also one dedicated to the sword, the invincible Miyamoto Musashi. I was so looking forward to being charged with your guard. I wondered the type of man you'd be. I thought you would be wild and belligerent, conceited, invincible. Me? No one else in the world could have accomplished what you did. He finally, well, I don't know if he truly is, but finally got what it means to be invincible, huh? You are indeed invincible. I'm surprised to find you so soft-spoken. Please ask of me anything you may need. Don't tell a soul, Otsu, invisible under the sun. I want to be so strong everyone will know, everyone have to know who I am. Invincible under the sun. You are indeed invincible. Hey. And then he sees his dad, because of course. If I'm invincible, what about all the others? Yeah. These two guys, well, not even these two guys, we've already ran with him. This is the only one right here. I think you guys can see my cursor. Well, no, these two. The Yagyu grandson and Kajuro are the only two we haven't thrown hands with. But at least us as a viewer, we know Kajuro's about that life. I don't know how good the grandson of the Yagyu is, and will we ever? Who knows? Old man Yagyu, you were right. It's over. Oh, he's not dead. I thought we killed him with a stick. Ogawa, what's going on here? It looked like a sword. I saw it. I felt it with my body. My instincts told me it was a sword. Was it really just a stick? Did he really think that he got killed? Like, truly? So he just, like, acted like he did? Not acted like he did, but his body, like, he mentally truly thought. Hey, come now. Your time isn't up yet. Go back. And then he's seeing his great... What the hell is going on here? It's over. I've been after one thing, that goal. I've pursued it with a passion all my life. And now it's come to an... Wow. Jeez, that mentally shattered from that, huh? I can never go back. I don't understand. What are you talking about? As of today, I'm giving up this. Whew. I mean, hey. Get out before you're actually really killed, right? Find a new life, like Taquan says. Go get a family, something you can go back to. But that's so wild that, like, that one interaction that didn't even cost him his life or any mortal wounds. He didn't lose an arm or get gouged across the face. Nothing. I think he realizes there's a difference in power. And when something mentally affects you like that, you realize how far away you are. And I think he just knows that, like, maybe, I mean, we don't know if he can never reach that, but I feel like he's accepted that that's this. Kajuro is something he'll never reach. Now, he wouldn't truly know unless he tried to, because he didn't know. You don't know what's out there stronger than you. If you're just kind of in your area, in your town, in your village, in your country, you've never been outside of that, you might think you are. But now that he's exposed to it, you never know. He could be. Now that he knows that there's something to chase after, but hey, if he says that's it, I concede to you, Kajuro. Agawa, my dream of the sword has come to an end. I would like to instead dedicate the rest of my life to you. What? What are we dedicating him? I bet you've never been to Kyushu, Kajuro. Looks like he's never been aboard a ship either. Wait, did he just leave? Kajuro just dipped? Just went with him and hopped on a ship, huh? Jeez, now he's got a whole nother storyline going. Because I was curious, because like Kajuro was still in the same area as us. So who knows what they might get into. But this man's going to end up on the other side of the world in a minute. What the hell? Alright, 262. Maybe they're taking him for a ride and bringing him back. Yeah. No, it says farewell. Wow. Ogawa, so you've made your decision? Man just up and left. I cannot deceive the sword. Deceive the sword? What do you mean? Ogawa, how can you give up the sword? What about your position as instructor for the... Oh yeah, he's been hired as a retainer, huh? I can still be an instructor, but I have no intention to fight against anyone. The path has come to an end for me. Thank you for all that you've done for me. You're wasting your talent. Agawa, I've known you since you were 13 when you showed so much talent and promise, and you worked so hard and practiced relentlessly. I know how dedicated you are. You're strong. Doesn't that mean anything to you? You can still become stronger. I do agree with that. But if he's mentally shattered, it's kind of over. Is this because you realize no matter how hard you train, you will never surpass another? Are you referring to Kajuro? If strength can be measured in levels, then the stronger you are, the more you realize how truly far it is. Yeah, the fact that he is strong too, it's not like he's a young kid. Like, I always forget this kid's name, Tajuro or whatever his name is. To where he doesn't know what his potential is yet, so that's something that he can chase. This is a pretty grown man here, and he considers himself pretty strong. What if he thinks he's physically tapped out as far as levels go? And he realizes, like if you're somebody that's like never thrown a football or thrown a baseball or hit a golf ball, and you see Tiger Woods launch some shit like 600 yards off the tee, and you're not familiar with golf, that doesn't mean anything to you. It's like, oh, he hit that. Is that a good hit? He hit that kind of far. Nice. But if you're someone that's like played golf for your entire life, and you're pretty good, and others recognize that you're pretty good, then the farthest you've ever hit a golf ball is like, you know, your best is like 400, and someone just comes up and cranks one like 900 meters or 900 yards, you realize like that is something I'll never be able to obtain. And I feel like because he has that skill, he realizes that's something he'll never be able to be stronger than him. Thank you, sir. I was blind to that difference 3 years ago. Are you really that strong, Kajuro? You have the face of a child, and I mean, he almost looks like a girl. Listen, Ogawa, most men who are dedicated to the sword, no, all except one, they must simply be content with being strong. They must live with the ambiguous evaluations of others. But if you want to prove yourself invincible, to truly prove that you are the best, you have to cut down every person who comes your way. In the end, you are all alone at the top. That's the only way to truly know. If you want to know if you're invincible, anybody that says they practice the way of the sword that comes across you, you have to challenge them. Because that's the only way you'll truly know. That'll always be on your mind of like, man, that guy ran into that tavern that one time. You know, he said it was about the way of the sword, but was he? Was he better than me? He might one-shot him. He might one-shot you, but you'll never know. You can never call yourself. But then that's a lonely way to go of just killing all these bodies. You're just standing on a mound of bodies like they're showing here. But to go to such lengths in the name of being invincible, there's no one left to recognize what you've achieved. Because if you kill all the swordsmen, again, it's the same golf analogy. Like, they're the only ones that recognize like how strong you are because they know what it means to live by the sword. If it's just regular common folk, they're like, oh, okay, you're the strongest swordsman. That's cool. They don't know what that. They can't quantify that. Aigawa, don't go after the wrong thing. You're strong, and that's good enough. Continue to live by your sword. I want to be the best. That is my nature. Kajuro broke my spirit. If I continue fighting, I would be lying to my sword. If I did that, I don't think there's any way that my sword would have any love for me. I cannot deceive the sword. May I borrow a pen and some paper? Thank you. Are your titles everything you've worked for, including your instruction position for the Hosokawa? You're relinquishing everything to Kajuro. Wow! One little encounter and they didn't even cross swords. And as such, I shall work under the deaf and mute Kajuro. I shall assist him. I will be hit. That's the fact that he's going this length. I can understand like putting down the sword, like, hey, I'll never achieve what he is. But then to just like dedicate your life to it, essentially serving him, is crazy. I shall assist him. I will be his ears and his mouth. For the sake of the Hosokawa clan, please support me in this endeavor. Well, how dare you decide this all on your own? There's nothing left for me to say to you. Please forgive me. Please forgive my inappropriety. Inappropriaty? I don't know if Kajuro will fully understand, but please give this to him in the morning. The tea is ready. Oh, she's crying because he's... Yeah. I was to say, he has no idea what that says. Perhaps we were meant to visit you here, Koetsu. It just may be that the gods or Buddha meant for us to meet. I believe anyone who proves himself through his sword, regardless of where he came from, is worthy of respect. Sasaki Kajuro, we welcome you into our clan. I don't think he understands what's going on. He doesn't have to leave. I mean, he could stay. Oh, I guess he is leaving. Yeah. He knows. But it's so wild that, like, he wants to go with them. Because we saw that there was a part of him that wanted to see Kajuro again. Whether that be just to fuck around or whether to actually throw hands. And the fact that he's just gonna go. It's not like he has connection to anything. I mean, besides from these two, but... This is just what we were hoping for, Koetsu. This is a good thing. That he would find that... What, Kajuro would find a life and something to do. There will be a place where he belongs. This is indeed a good thing. I'm surprised he's just going, but we'll see what the story does for him. Farewell, Kajuro. Alright, I guess he's out of there. I've heard the stories about him, but even the very existence of this man was in question. And now here he is before us, joining our clan. However, the Hosokawa is a proud clan, particularly when it comes to their martial skills. When they're martial? You're not only the instructor, and there's no doubt in that, chief instructor, won't take this sitting down. Kajuro will not have an easy time of it. Kajuro might just kill everybody if they try. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, 263. Now we're back to this. Whoa, did they just put me at the end of the chapter? Yeah. I suppose we'll have to wait and see. Mogashiro is the head of the 4 instructors, while I'm but a newcomer. As things stand, I know is not terribly fond of me. He will not readily accept this plan of mine, for me to give up the sword and bring in someone else to replace me. Who's to say he even wants to, Kajuro even wants to do that or will do that? Particularly when he hears it's, yeah, we'll see. What are you thinking, Ogawa? You're disrupting the order of the clan? Not at all. If all goes as it should, the Hosokawa has everything to gain by this, and how's that? Only the strong survive? He's got to get that up out of his system. Is he mentally okay? What are you doing? I had to get it all out. For the frustration of having to give up the sword. You don't have to give it up, man. The loneliness, had to get it out. Hey, you, that's dangerous. Get down. I want to see the end of my unfulfilled dreams to live by the way of the sword. I mean, he's gonna be living through Kajuro. How far can one get in these changing times? I can find out by staying by your side. It's bold. This sweet smell, I hate it. Why is Ueda's dead ghost following Otsu? I mean, he told us why, but come with me, Otsu. This is some how the Grinch stole Christmas going on here. I've had it up to here with this ghost. No, I'm going to bed. Did he just possess our body? No, he pulled our soul out. So now we're flying around with him like we're Shirka and Guts in the damn astral plane. Did she kill herself? The old lady? His mom? What? No, is this... I don't think that's the... Oh, no, I don't think so. I think that's just an old lady that had a relationship with one of the 70 that we killed, I would assume. Maybe? Mother, hey, I guess we're seeing the repercussions of what Takezo did. It's so wild that she's being affected like this. Like, this is clearly not normal. My name is I'm one of the 10 swordsmen of the Yoshiaka. Yeah, come get this work. Spread out and surround him. His back. Horikawa lived with his bedridden mother. She couldn't possibly survive on her own. Without him, she lost all hope. For the next Homo visit, the young mother is strangling her suckling child after losing her husband. Come, we must hurry. There's 70 places for us to visit. There's no time to wish for Musashi's happiness. I don't understand why we're going this route. And then like putting it on Otsu, who's going to then think of us in a certain light. Like I get it from their side, the 70 that tried us and like, you know, what their family members and, you know, friends and stuff have lost. But like that's not on us again. So I hate that the story's like painting him like this, especially to Otsu, because that's like the one thing he has. And I would hate for this, like, you know, Scrooge duck goes through Christmas to see like how truly people feel about him or whatever. I would hate if this affects the way she feels about us. When they attacked us, okay? Again, it's not like he just pulled an Itachi in the middle of the night and went into these 70 men's homes in the middle of the night when they were sleeping with their families and just slit their throats in bed. And any of them could have left at, and that's another thing again. We didn't go into their homes in the middle of the night and just slit their throats. We didn't somehow confine them to a burning building where they couldn't escape or something like that. They attacked us and any of them could have left at any time. That's not on us. That's not on us. And I think one of the guys mentioned it. I don't know if it was the guy that runs the prison or whatever, or the jail. He said like this wasn't just like we didn't just go slaughter them. Like clearly this was a planned attack. So to put that all on us, to call us a demon or whatever you want, that's hey, I'll die on that hill. There's no time to wish for Musashi's happiness. Are you one of the Yoshiaka? 70 men? All willing to put their lives on the line, and all those lives were taken away. Unforgivable. But you put your life on the line. You went out there, Ueda. You could have let us go, man. You had to do that. Despicable. Why me? What do you want me to do? If you hate Takezo so much, why don't you go put a curse on him? And yeah, why don't you go try him? That's harsh. You don't care if I kill him? But whether I do it or not, he'll be dead by morning. Look. Good evening, we're travelers. Okay. Could you put us up for the night in this temple? Swordsman on the warrior's pilgrimage. Yeah, they're all seeking him out. Anybody that's ever had a dream of being a swordsman, if they get a whisper of where he is, they're going to try to take his ass out. Just for that. Just for the clout. The one on the left is formidable. We were told Miyamoto Musashi is staying in the vicinity. We were trying to find him. Oh, brother. We are old friends from back home. He's lying. That's how Musashi used to be. The times may have changed, but the approach is still the same. Resort to any means to defeat an opponent with a reputation. There's Musashi. He's in pain. He can't escape. He's going to die. There's nothing I can do. He's been like this ever since we were children. He's never been afraid to die. I've watched over him for so long. So what's the use in getting worked up now? Ueda's trying to push those buttons, man. But that, again, that is Ueda. Those 70 men dying is on you. And I hope your soul never rests and you're just floating. That is on him. So this picture that he's trying to paint, that's on him. Hey, I hope he's cursed for it for the rest of his days. Are you sure Musashi means so much to... Hey, stop reading my mind. It's fine. And now she's back. Apologies for being so rough. I'll be back. And forgive me for reading your mind, Otsu. Do those who are left behind have to give up so easily? He's trying, but it's only been a couple days, so like, let me see a couple months or years pass and see what that leg is. The Shoshida Itakura would like to have a word with you. Here is Musashi, sir. Thank you. Here you are. How is your leg doing? It must pain you to sit formally. Please be at ease. I would like to ask you something, Musashi. What does it mean to be invincible? It's only a word, merely a word. But now it would be no mistake if you were to call yourself that word. That would be wrong. Like a mirage, it vanished as soon as I approached it. Yeah, I was about to say he got it, and then he's so hurt that like he's not truly invincible anymore. He had it for a moment. Like when he took down those 70 men before he got sliced in the back of the leg, he had it. Like he had captured the One Piece. And then as soon as he got sliced in the back of the leg, it's gone. He'll never be invincible. Now to say like is one man truly ever actually physically invincible? Probably not, but what are you doing? What do you want? What's your business here? I'm looking for Musashi. He's missing an arm. Musashi, first state your name. Is Musashi going to be executed? If so, then let me be the one to do it. What are you saying? And if he's not sentenced to death, then that's all the more reason. Allow me to cut him down? Are you crazy? I'm from the Yoshiaka. Come out, Musashi. Oh my god. I'm one of the 10 swordsmen of the Yoshiaka. Musashi, a mirage that vanished as you approached it. In other words, until recently it was so far out of reach I couldn't see it for what it was, a mirage. Are you saying it doesn't exist? Dang. I don't want to see him say it's over. Maybe I already realized it was a mirage long ago back then. Alright, we got one chapter left. Let's see what we got. That's all it was. I'm through with it. This spiral of death and killing. Yeah, because it's like the guy was saying, Koetsu, I think. The swordsmith. What you would have to probably give up of yourself in here to achieve being invincible. Like, is it truly worth it? You know? And is anybody there to acknowledge it? Like, after the bodies that you've cut down. I should have never attended to his wounds. It's too late anyway. I'll kill them. I'll let you watch me hurt that brat. And then I'll finish you both off. So you didn't make it after all. Oh yeah, what's the story on him? Did he or did he not? The chain and sickle. Where's the brat? Maybe we'll find out right now. That may have been when I realized the man who'd lost died a bold death. Oh, he did die. While I, who had supposedly won, had to sneak off and run away. I'm assuming he died, no? That's odd. I'm losing confidence. This will interfere with the way. The more I won, so he did die. The man who lost died a bolt, yeah. I'm assuming Chain and Sickle died. I'm curious what becomes of the girl, if we'll ever know. The more I won, the more I felt like my dream was slipping away. I didn't know what to do. I just looked the other way. What else do I need? What else do I need to be invincible? What am I lacking? I need the experience to kill and kill as many as I can. After that, I continue to win. Yes, all supposed victories. I defeated Sujuro. I thought I'd be happy. Come on, go down already. You defeated Denchichiro. Yeah. We could have been rivals on good. Yeah. I won, right? Invincible under the sun. A mirage. That's all it was. It took me 22 years to realize that. So, will you give up the sword? 22 years, Musashi. People have been fighting for so much longer than you. For centuries, even a millennia. I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. What is it? Musashi, do you know a Yoshiaka swordsman named Ataguro? I don't remember all their names. I see. I want to continue this talk, Musashi. We shall meet again tomorrow at the same time. Will you give up the sword? Please, this way. Oh, to Kwan and Koetsu. I'm sorry for coming here uninvited. Musashi has told me so much about you. Welcome. Well, I hope it wasn't all bad. Have you seen Musashi? Lately, he's all I think about. I'm concerned about his future. That's when I thought of Kajuro. Oh, bitch. The one who just sailed to the other side of the world. So that's why you're here. You know Kajuro too. I actually met him before I even knew Musashi. He was only about so high. He must have been about 3 years old. Already wielding a sword. Wielding a sword, I see. Now I understand. Tokuan Kajuro is headed for Kakura. It appears as the Ogura Hosokawa clan will give him a position. Is that so? It's so strange. I've been preoccupied with Kajuro's future, and that's when I thought of Musashi. It's tough, because I see him mentally going through it as far as, like, the more and more I got closer to it, the more, like, it's not an actual thing because of what he has to do and then what he'll have to mentally live with going forward to reach what he wants to reach. But I also just don't fully blame him because some of these fights where, yes, we killed these people, we didn't initiate. I think the only person, now granted, we've cut down no-name fodder and stuff that have, like, attacked us and things like that. But we're not some guy just going around picking fights. Sojuro came after us. Aside from Denshi who was like a sanctioned, agreed upon battle. It's not like they were drunk, two guys drunk ran into each other in the middle of the night and had a little fight. Like, they agreed upon that. That's the only guy we killed that was like on agreed upon terms. Sojuro came after us. Those 70 men came after us. I think Chain and Sickle attacked us too. So I'm hoping he doesn't put all that on his mental, like he went out and started just slaughtering these people. Did he kill people? Yes. But it wasn't unprompted, nor did we, like, go seek it. So, I don't know, but I'm interested to see what he comes up with here, mental. But I feel like what will also make his decision easy to give up the sword is if he essentially can't, you know? If his leg can't, then it makes it almost, the decision's being made for him to put down the sword. Because if his leg is good, he can still test out being, you know, Musashi the Invincible. But if his leg is really messed up, it's almost making the decision for him. It's like an athlete trying to decide to retire or something. It's like, if you just came off a major injury and you really can't move the same, there's really no question of like, oh, should I retire? Can I do this again? You really can't perform like you perform. So you can just use the injury as like, my injuries, if I can't perform like I used to, this is a time for me to bow out. It might just be here. He might not get a choice. It might be physically taken from him, but I'm curious, very, very curious. And I'm like, I feel like Ueda's over here trying to, like, you know, shame him to Otsu. In my opinion, those 70 lives are on Ueda, in my opinion. Those men that died, and the mom that's over there poisoning herself, and the mother that's killing her own child because the husband got killed, that's on him, in my opinion. So I don't know what they plan to do, what that storyline's going to be with his soul, like, floating around interacting with Otsu, but that's on him, in my opinion. So we'll see what they decide to do with that. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,